welcome to the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I'm Jess.
I'm Alex.
And today we are going to talk about a few different things. First and foremost, starting off the NHL playoffs, which for your Dallas Stars, we have made it to the second round.
Heck yeah.
Oh my God.
That was a very stressful game last night.
Very stressful. Game 7. And somehow we pulled it off with Mikko Rantanen coming through for us with the hat trick against the Colorado Avalanche. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Oh.
And that game, quick little recap. First period, no goals, 0-0. Very evenly matched. Then second period comes around and Avalanche scored twice. One of them I feel like was really it was kind of weird. Lucky goal, whatever, it sucks, but it went in. And then the other one, they kind of earned it. But then second period ends, so 2-0 Avs. Any sort of confidence, any sort of hype in the arena, because the game was in Dallas, it's completely flat. Me and you were talking during this game, we're like, it's over, we're done.
It was done.
That was it. There is no...
Our season was done.
No spark left. There's no coming back from this. They're even saying on the broadcast, the Stars have not come back from a 2+ goal deficit in the third period at all this season. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's over, whatever. And then third period comes in and they score once. And I'm like, okay, something might happen, but it's too early to tell. We're still down, but at least it kind of got the crowd going a little bit, got the team going. Then tied it up. So Mikko, both of those goals. And then, we're like, okay, there's a game now. I don't remember the time of the second goal, but I want to say it's at least halfway through the period.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Stars get a power play, which they had already had at least one or two in the game so far, and they hadn't scored off of them. But it's okay, more momentum, let's go. And I think it was big because the penalty was on Cale Makar, who is their best defenseman, arguably one of the best defensemen in the entire league. And so it's okay, you just put these guys man down, and your biggest guy that you need on the ice is in the penalty box. So had to take advantage. Wyatt Johnston does, boom, 3-2, took the lead. Incredible. I think there was maybe 3.5 to 4 minutes, something like that, left at this time. I could be wrong, but I think it was somewhere around that. And so then now the Avs are just full charge, trying to score. The Stars are just playing major defense. We cannot let anything in right now. Ottinger held it down. And then with 10 seconds left, Stars get the puck, throw it ahead. Mikko's right there, scores an empty net goal to get the hat trick with 2.5 seconds remaining. Yeah. And I was that was amazing. You could see on the broadcast and on the replay videos, hats flying before the goal. The puck is even in the goal. They're it happened. And then what was so funny, I saw someone comment or something that was saying, just thinking about how the Avs then had to stand on the ice for 5 minutes while all the hats were being picked up, knowing that they lost because there's only 2.5 seconds left in the game. It's man.
Yep.
So that was incredible. That was, Mikko Rantanen was, they said, the first person to ever score a hat trick in the third period of a game 7, which it's a very specific stat, but whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this is the fact that it was Mikko with against his former team just made it even bigger. And
he's so amazing.
He's been killing it in the playoffs. I think he started off really slow during the regular season. I don't remember how much time was left in the regular season when he joined the team, but they're making such a big deal about it. They're this is amazing. He's going to be such a game changer, all this kind of stuff. And he did nothing for a while. And I was okay, is this guy going to pick it up or what? Because he's not really doing anything for us. He's just kind of there. Everyone's talking about it, but he's not scoring goals. He's really not getting assists. He's not making big hits. He's just there. And so I think it just took him a while to kind of find his groove with the team. Because now he is the leader in points in the NHL for first round of playoffs. He has 12 points in the playoffs. Him and Rope Hintz both had four points each in game 6. And then I think he had 4 points yesterday, 3 goals and maybe an assist or something. But Incredible
No, he
game.
killed it. Yeah, he killed it. He killed it. And they were saying, like, right after the game that, I mean, because we signed him to a huge
Hmm.
contract. I mean, he's a huge contract player, and he earned it with that game. Like, to take us on to the next round, insane. And that just shows, like, he can stay on fire, especially because we need that without Robo.
Hmm.
And we need to have more goals without him or Heiskanen in the back. I
Yeah.
mean, so it's yeah, he killed it. He deserves the contract. I'm glad that we signed him. I
Yes,
mean,
for sure.
it's fantastic.
I saw someone say, "Oh, I didn't know that Nico Harrison is also the GM for the Colorado Avalanche." Just kind of a little dig at Luca and the Mavs trading away one of their best players and then it coming back to bite them. Um, but and then something else. Oh yeah, so now moving on. Hopefully, this is giving more time for Heiskanen and Robertson to potentially come back. There was still talk of like, is Miro gonna play? Is he not? Because he was still listed as day to day.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously he did not play. Jason Robertson did not play, but I saw there was a post where he was like skating and stuff. I don't know if he's still week to week or if now he's day to day. But either way, both trending in the right direction. Um,
Yep.
Tonight is game 7 of Winnipeg Jets and St. Louis Blues. Stars will play the winner of
Mm-hmm.
that game. So it's not announced yet when game 1 is going to be. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. If the Jets win, then Jets are going to have home ice advantage. But if the
Yep.
Blues win, the Stars will have home ice
We
advantage.
do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go
Yep.
Blues.
Yes. But I will say though, so we kind of want the Jets to win because Hellebuck is terrible on the road.
Yeah.
Terrible. Like 0.754 like save percentage. Like he's terrible.
Yeah, I heard
and so
he's not been
that's
playing
kind of
well,
nice.
which
Yeah.
is probably how they're in this game 7 situation. They were the
Yes.
one seed coming
Yes.
into like one seed in the league and obviously
Yeah.
top seed in the Central coming into these playoffs, and they're pushing game 7 with the St. Louis Blues, who
Yeah.
were, which I'm assuming were the second wild card seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're terrible. I mean, they're terrible, but they got hot at the end. Like Henry said that I guess they're on like a 15 game like home game win streak, which is insane. But like, I mean, we don't want that. And I would love to beat Bennington.
Yeah.
I would love to. I hate him. He's trash. But yeah, we're kind of looking at which one do we want to play and potentially lose to, or can we destroy them?
Right. And I don't know what the Stars record is against either team during the year. I didn't check it. My guess is it's probably fairly even between the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if Hellebuck has been sucking it up, then yeah, let's go for that.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. But fingers crossed that we get some players back, keep riding this high of winning this game 7, which was obviously huge. And then I think round 2 games will start tomorrow, I believe. I don't remember who the first matchup is.
It's Panthers.
Caps?
Panthers. Someone. Panthers. Caps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
That'll
be
be a
good.
good one.
Yeah. 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 That'll
Awesome.
be fun. Exciting. A bunch of guys that love to fight.
Yes, for sure. So be sure to tune in next Sunday to hear us talk about how the Stars are doing. Hopefully we're in a good mood and the Stars are ahead in the series and we're not like, oh yeah, it's 3-0 and we're about to blow it. So,
Yeah.
that would be terrible.
That would be awful.
Any updates to share in the NBA playoffs?
In the NBA playoffs, it looks like the Oklahoma City Thunder, they've been waiting this whole time. It's been a week. They've been waiting around because they like were the first team to sweep. And so they've been chilling, waiting for the Clippers or the Nuggets to win. And finally last night, the Nuggets won, Denver Nuggets won. So the Thunder will play the Nuggets tomorrow night. The Nuggets only get 1 day rest. Wow. So that's kind of really nice for us. And then other than that, you know, there's all the other teams playing, but no one cares about them.
But yeah,
everyone only cares about
both Denver teams, Avalanche and Nuggets, were playing in game 7 at the same time. And
I saw that. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, I think there was like a 30-minute like difference between start times.
That's great. And they let the Nuggets fans stay and watch part of the Avs game there.
Man, that's disappointing.
That was a big thing. Yeah, I'm like, that sucks. Like, you just came off of a huge win.
Yeah. But I'm sure the people at the Nuggets game probably cared more about the Nuggets than the Avs.
Yeah.
So they're probably thinking, well, at least we still got the Nuggets win. So.
Yep. And then they're about to get this loss.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, what time?
It'll be at 8:30.
So late.
because everything's at 8:30. My whole life has shifted to 8:30
Hey,
at
it
night.
wasn't yesterday. The Stars played at
No,
7. Well, it
yesterday
was like
it
7:30,
was
but
amazing. I felt so good. I got to get all the anxiety out before. I mean, I still went to bed late because it's a weekend, but it felt so nice to start the game and start the anxiety earlier
right.
rather than wait till 8:30 where it just keeps ramping up, ramping up. So now we get to go back to 8:30.
Yeah, can't wait. I'm sure the Stars will be playing at 8:30 again too. So,
I'm hoping though, I really hope that if we play, I mean, I guess it really wouldn't matter for either one, but I would hope that if we're playing at least St. Louis, since we're both in
same
Central,
time
that they
zone.
would give us the earlier, like at least 8.
Yeah.
Make it a little easier for us.
Also, since, we're moving on, now there's like
Yeah,
less games,
less
so
times. Yeah,
they can hopefully get
I
better
love
times.
it.
Yeah, when
I
when
love
there's
it.
multiple games, it's like it ends up,
It's
even
hard.
if you say, "Oh, we're starting at 8:30," it gets pushed because if the game before goes long
Yeah.
and they're on the same network, then they have to wait and all this kind
Yeah,
of
they
stuff.
wait and bump it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss COVID hockey games when games were Henry and I were talking about this when games were at like 1:30 in the afternoon. And like cuz they're like up and wherever like up in were they in Canada or here
I don't
were they
remember.
like all locked
Yeah,
in
yeah,
and
yeah.
stayed. And yeah, I loved it. I miss it. That was nice. We could like just work I was working from home at the time, could work from home and watch hockey playoff.
Yep.
Like
And
let's get 1:30
The
games
Stars
back.
went to the Stanley Cup final that year, the bubble
We
year.
did. We
Lost,
did.
but they were
Yep.
there.
But we were there. We lost to the Lightning, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we weren't even supposed to be
Yeah.
there. Like that's the thing. We were not that was not a year that you'd be like, yeah, we're going to make it to the final, but no. And the season was pushed to like
Yeah, it
September.
was weird.
Yeah, but oh, I miss that. I miss a nice afternoon game 1:30.
So you have
Oh, but
F1
yeah.
going on in the background over there. Race is about to start, correct?
Yes. Yes.
They're
Yep. It's
in
about to start.
Miami?
We're in Miami. Yeah, Miami. It's going to be a rain start. It's going to be
Oh.
rainy. So that's kind of nice. Yesterday, and they had a sprint race, and it was like raining throughout. And Max did not win. He made pole for this race, but Norris won.
Wow.
Yeah, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, I was like, listen, it was like on the background. Cody was watching. I wasn't paying attention yesterday, and they were like, "It's really hot out there." And Cody was like, "Would you like to guess how hot it is?" And I was like, 75 degrees. And he was like, 81. And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, it's really hot out
It's
there.
my favorite. My favorite. I love it. I love when they're either here or they're in like the desert
Mhm.
and they're like, it's so hot out there and it's like 90 something and we're like, this is
Like,
nothing.
it could be
Like
so much worse.
70s. When they come to Austin in October and
Mhm.
it's like we're 95 and we're like, okay, yeah, it's hot, but like it's not
They're
as
like,
bad as the summer and they're like dying.
yeah, you're like, it's October, we're cooling down.
Yeah, this is nice. Like it's actual fall. Yeah, they're not used to air conditioning, so
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
And then in other sports news, there was some college baseball. College baseball's going on. We're in the regular season still. And yesterday there was a couple of big upsets. Arkansas took down #1 Texas, and A&M took down #2 LSU. I think they had a doubleheader because they played twice and LSU won the second time, and then they're playing again today. But still big to see those upsets. Always nice.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what's going on with softball. OSU probably. I mean, OSU baseball probably lost. OSU softball. I don't know
Yeah.
what they're doing these days.
Hanging back in the way late 20s.
Sure. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But approaching playoffs. I don't know when conference playoffs start. I'm assuming within the next few weeks or so.
I believe it's within like the next week and a half because the senior games were today. Like the final senior day was today.
Yeah.
So so I think everyone's graduated what date? We're May. So so it would be in the next like week or two. I think it's always like we start the week after Mother's Day.
Okay, so
I think that's what it is.
Not this weekend, but the next weekend maybe.
Yeah, because I'm always used to being at Mother's Day lunch and like my stepfather and I are watching OSU softball, like either in the tournament or something. So I'm thinking it's coming up in the next week.
Nice. Lacrosse, they just finished all of their conference tournaments, so they should be starting the NCAA tournament here within the next week or so, is my guess. They'll probably announce the selections or whatever here soon because they just finished all those games as of earlier this morning.
Who's the top? Who are the
I'm
top?
not sure. Probably like, I mean, it's gonna vary a little bit between the men and the women, but probably something like a Boston College or Duke or
An ACC
yeah, most
always.
likely an ACC team or just like Denver is not in the ACC,
Yeah.
but them. So most
Sweet.
likely one of those. And then women's tennis I saw the other day, yesterday maybe. They're in the NCAA tournament. OSU and OU were together in their regional. OU was hosting the regional. They were number 6 overall. OSU 20 postseason bedlam. OSU won.
Let's
Yeah,
go. Oh my God.
yeah,
Hell
that was
yeah.
great.
Oh, love it.
Yeah. So I don't know what's happening now. I just saw that update on Instagram that OSU won. So
That's
always good.
awesome. Hell yeah.
Some random news. So not last week, I think it was the week before. The Boston Marathon. We had mentioned it was happening, and then we didn't talk about it because Hannah was here. But Des Linden, who is big professional marathoner, she debuted at Boston in 2007, made her marathon debut. She won in 2018. She's raced in the Olympics. This Boston Marathon that just happened, she announced was her last professional marathon. She took out like a whole page in the paper as like a thank you, like love letter kind of thing to the Boston Marathon.
Aw.
And so that was huge. It was announced like that morning that she was like, this is my last professional marathon.
Oh my God.
So super huge news. She's been like major in just like marathoning world, especially women marathon as an American. When she won in 2018, she was the first American to win the Boston Marathon in 33 years. So that was big for her.
Wow.
And then she is still racing professionally, but she's like transitioning to more like trails or like ultra marathons. But she's like, I will no longer be racing in the professional marathon field. So that was big
Wow.
news in the
Damn.
marathon world. And then when we were talking like, oh, Connor Mance, American man, might win, he did not.
Oh.
I don't remember what he got. I think 4th. It was like
Oh damn.
it was like a race. It was like the guy who won won by so much. He took off. No one could keep up. He's like, see you later. He won. I believe his name's John Career. He is the first one where a set of brothers have won the Boston Marathon. So he won it this year, and I think his brother won it. I think they said in like 2011 or something like that.
Wow.
So first time ever where like siblings have both won the Boston Marathon.
Those are good genes.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Yeah, so he won, and then it was like a race, I think, between the other 3, and Connor Mance just happened to get 4th, but I think it was still good race for him. And then American women, that's
Not there.
not there, no. I think maybe the highest an American woman placed was like somewhere in the 8 to 10 range, but
Wow.
I could be wrong.
Oof.
It's not, the Boston Marathon is not the highlight for American women. Honestly, the marathon in general, but especially when you have all these women out here from like Ethiopia and Kenya, like they're always killing it.
They kill it.
Yeah. Like you can't compete with those genetics. So
yeah, that's for sure.
yeah, insane. Do you have any other random sports news?
No, just just especially with playoffs going on. UFL's still going on. The Arlington Renegades are pretty good. The St. Louis Battlehawks are amazing, and they're trying to use this time to show to the NFL like we deserve to have an NFL team again. Like they've been like, so typically like the average attendance is like anywhere in the teens to 20,000 like range. Like at the St. Louis Battlehawks games, they keep having to move up to stadiums because they're getting like 30,000 and over for their attendance, which is like huge for them. So they're trying to show like they're still angry that the St. Louis Rams aren't there anymore. So they want a team. But yeah, so that's been exciting to watch. But yeah, so other than that, they have right now their quarterback is Max Duggan.
Oh, wow. TCU.
Yep. Still terrible. But I mean, he's hanging on for them.
He's trying.
He's trying.
Oh, also, big news. Forgot. The PWHL, Professional Women's Hockey League, has announced their expansion teams. So they currently have 6 teams in the league. I believe this is their 3rd season in existence. I could be wrong. But they just announced within the last couple of weeks they're adding 2 new expansion teams. First announced was Vancouver, and then second announced was Seattle. So there are 2 new teams that will be starting playing this fall, the 25-26 season. So that'll be exciting.
Heck yeah.
The Kraken, the Seattle team will be playing where the Kraken does at Climate Pledge. So that'll be great. Should be good for them. Hopefully,
awesome.
Hopefully they get good turnout.
Yeah.
You know, they're taking become like a, I don't even remember what the word is, like, you know, an initial season ticket holder or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, I cannot, because you guys play in the evenings and that's when I work. So can't be consistent with that. I'm sure I'll go to a game, but can't be a season ticket holder.
Yeah.
But it should be good. They announced their colors as like, I want to say it was like some sort of like emerald green and cream. Like it should be pretty.
That's nice.
It should be pretty nice. Wow. So yeah, looking forward to what they announce as like their actual mascot and who ends up being on the team and all that kind of stuff. So
I saw people getting upset about the Vancouver one because are the colors like similar to other ones' colors?
Maybe some sort of blue.
I think, they were saying on Twitter about how they're like, not every color needs to be this, or every team needs to be the same color just because we're a women's league. And I was like, well, okay. So I didn't know if that was but emerald, that's different.
Yeah. I'm like, well, obviously Seattle, you got to throw some green in there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so that should be good. Excited to keep up with that and see what happens. It was like secretly, like, not secretly, it was accidentally announced early, like, because they announced Vancouver and Seattle separately, and so when Vancouver was announced, it was like accidentally leaked like both logos at the same time on like their website or whatever. So it was announced like on the website, it showed the Seattle logo for like a little while, and they were like, that was not supposed to happen. So it's like we knew, but it wasn't officially said. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are mad because I guess like Detroit, when they did the takeover tour, had like a huge turnout. And so everyone's really mad that Detroit didn't get the team. But like we were saying a few episodes ago when we were talking about the expansion, like you couldn't have had Vancouver and Detroit. Like you had to have 2 West Coast teams to make it like logistically worth it, you know?
Yes.
So I'm sure that Detroit will get a team in the future as long as they like keep up saying that they want a team. Maybe they'll add like Detroit and Denver next or something like that, because I know Denver was another city that wanted a team. But
that would be nice.
When Seattle was announced, Seattle is the first city to have a team in all 3 major women's leagues. So the soccer, basketball, and now the PWHL, they're the only city to have all 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. I would think like New York.
Yeah.
I guess they don't have, Wow. Because they have soccer and they have basketball.
Yeah.
But they don't have hockey. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Right. So,
way to go.
Pretty cool. I don't have any other exciting news.
No, nothing else exciting at this point. Just we'll be updating next week, I'm sure, on playoffs and everything else going on.
Yes. I would say, Jess, what are you watching this week? But it's going to be NHL and NBA playoffs and F1 starting right now.
F1. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
You're watching, you said you're watching White Lotus right now?
So I finished.
Oh, you finished it?
I finished.
Congrats.
Yeah. Yep. So we're rewatching West Wing.
Oh, I've never seen that. Is it good?
Oh, you got to watch it. It's so good. It's on Max.
Okay. There's a new season of Criminal Minds starting in 4 days.
I saw that.
So, gotta be excited for that.
I'm very excited.
Yes. Are you all up to date on that?
I am.
Perfect.
I am.
Yes.
Yes. I didn't realize that, I think this was last year. I didn't realize that they had come out with like a reboot stuff, the Evolution. Yeah. And so I binged it all. Nice. And then like now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready to go week by week.
What was your opinion on that Evolution series?
I like it only because I like that it's the same thing, like going on and on and on. Like I like this serial killer guy.
That's what Cody didn't like. He's like,
Really? He misses the
he
different
misses each episode being different.
being
He's like, no, now it's all the same. And it's like, what are we just getting one
yeah.
step closer to catching this guy or not? But
Yeah. But I thought it was cool though how they did it where it's like he almost has like he has his followers
yeah,
base or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I like that because I'm like, okay, now we're focused on these other like gold star people or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
then for like I like that where it comes off of him, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's
I don't
cool.
remember how it ended. So I need to see that to see what is happening with the season two.
Yeah.
Like, is there any continuation from this, or
Yeah,
is it all
so
new?
he's still in
He's
it.
still in it. Okay.
He's still in it. I do know that he's still in prison, I
Hmm.
believe. And then I remember at the end like all the gold star people
Right.
had
Right.
died, I believe, besides like
Yes, I
one
do
or
remember that.
something. Yeah, but I think now it's going to be like there's even more people coming out of the
More of the
woodworks.
network.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be
What
good.
else are you watching?
I'm watching The Summer I Turned Pretty because there's a new
Oh yeah,
season
that's
coming out. I'm in
right.
season 2 right now. So far, season 1 had way better vibes than season 2.
Mm.
I'm kind of annoyed with like all of the characters. I'm like, is this just like because I don't understand high school drama anymore? Or I'm just like, you're all just being like a little bit petty, a little bit like I don't even know the word for it, but basically she's like the main girl, especially in the first season. She's just like, oh yeah, I like this guy. Actually, I'm gonna lead him on, and then because I really care about this guy, but then but I also actually like this guy, and I'm like, can you just pick
Mm.
one and like figure it out? And then, and then like the like Conrad and Jeremiah with the brothers, it's like you can't just go between two brothers when like a day apart. Like you think that's gonna go well
Why
for
not?
you? Like
Why
she
not?
can do whatever she wants, but like is she not understanding that like they're gonna talk to each other
There's gonna
and
be
like it's gonna
consequences.
like affect some of their like friendship and stuff? Like
Yeah,
that's not gonna
for
just be
those that
fine.
don't know Alex does not like unnecessary bullshit where there's gonna be drama. Alex is a very consequences.
Yes.
You did this, you're this is what's gonna happen. Alex doesn't like dumb people.
No. Come on now. And she's acting real dumb. And now in this season 2, still acting dumb. And now we're like it's like back and forth between like, oh, this like the flashback of like how we were together after the summer and then like the now and like clearly they're not together. And so it's like building closer and closer to finding out like what went down.
What happened?
I don't know. So I don't know yet.
Mm.
Crazy. Other than that, we're rewatching Friends. So that's always
God.
nice. What do you mean? Oh my gosh.
I watched this so much with y'all at the house.
Because it's great. I haven't seen it in so long because whenever they removed it from Netflix and it was only on Max,
Yeah.
I haven't had Max until just now.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
I haven't watched it in years unless I was
Oh.
like somewhere where like I had cable, which I don't.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because it's always on.
No, now it is.
It is always on TBS.
Yeah, and I don't have cable. Oh, speaking of watching things in college, yesterday, so we were watching The Masked Singer. Do you watch The Masked Singer?
No.
Okay, no, so that's really good. You should watch that. But they were talking and like they were trying to make guesses of who this one guy person was, and they guessed that it could have been Justin Guarini from American Idol. And Cody was like,
From Justin
I know,
Kelly.
and so Cody was like, who? And I was like, he lost to Kelly Clarkson in season 1 of American Idol. I'm like, and they actually have a movie together from Justin to Kelly. And he's like, I think I might have heard of that. And I'm like, Jessica was obsessed with that movie. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she watched that movie every single night for years at OSU.
I have that movie memorized. I have their choreography memorized.
Yeah, he asked me, he's like, so what's it about? And I'm like, I actually don't remember. It's been too long since I've watched
love
it.
story.
From Justin to
Love
Kelly.
story of them on spring break.
Yes.
And Kelly actually hates that movie.
Really?
She does not like when people bring it up because she's like, please tell me you've never seen it. Like she hates that like it's acting and all that. She's like, they made her do that in order to fulfill the contract. But yeah, I love it. It's amazing. True fans know it.
Great. Okay, well, I think that is all we have in terms of Sports Social Club today. Be sure to tune in next week, see our updates that we have. Let us know if there's anything specific you want us to talk about, whether that is a specific sport, a specific team. We'll do our best to be interested in it if we're not already.
Heck yeah.
So,
heck yeah.
All right. Well, this was the Sports Social Club with Alex and Jess. I am Alex.
I'm Jess.
And we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.